One.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bacon Burgers. My name's Tristan. I'm joined here with my two very special friends. With me in front of me is Garrett. Say hi, Garrett.
Hello.
And joining us also is Trout Eyes, a.k.a. Destiny's Child, Rob. How you doing, son?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you feeling good?
Feeling better after that awesome introduction.
All right, gentlemen, glasses up. Clinky, 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 clinky.
Don't spill it on the mixing board like you did just before, Tris.
Hang on.
I should drink.
Yeah, it was very good.
Oh, what is that? That's an Astor Ale. That's fantastic. That said, for flicks and kicks, I actually didn't realize it said flicks. I thought it said something else.
I only give you the best, mate.
Yeah, you're the very best. All right, guys, welcome to the Bacon Burgers. We are a new Bolt Action themed podcast. Before we get started, we are going to read the Lord's Prayer because this is the kind of thing that we do. Okay, so I will lead us. Hold hands, bow heads. Our Father, who hunts in Alaska, seabacks be thy name. Thy Russians come, assaults be done in general and theatre selectors. Roll sixes this day and never ones, unless rolling for morale checks. And forgive those who run vehicle flamers, Garrett. Lead us not into temptation of Gurkhas or Big HE, for thine is the kingdom, the beard and the dice bag, until Patch arrests you or resubs your list. Amorin.
Amorin.
Hey, there we go.
That was good.
And that's going over there.
Woo!
So basically, with we have a couple of podcasts on hiatus at the moment. So we thought we'd sort of come in, we'd make some noise.
We're the
and have
ringers.
some fun. We are the ringers. Absolutely.
We ring in. We ring a deal. That's our plan. We
Ringers.
come in.
Oh.
Quick shop fitters,
Are you,
coming in.
you sure we're not the scabs? We're across the union lines.
We are like scabs. Thatcher would be proud.
Thatcher would be very proud. She'd be loving it.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
mercs, freelancers.
Freelancers, I love it.
We don't care what the job is, as long as we get paid.
That's
true.
exactly right. We're not getting paid for
I was
this.
going to say it's pay.
Paid in alcohol.
All right, so basically, look, most of you guys know us from the Ghost Army podcast. I'm a regular on the Gap, and my commitments to the Bacon Burgers will not change.
You can't miss the beard.
I can't miss the beard. It's a...
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
love it.
Watch that
Love it.
mic now.
You farted on yours
Disinfect
before.
Oh, that's this one too, I think.
I'd like to point out that right now we have the most ghetto mic stands you could ever imagine.
Ghetto.
They're
I
so
wouldn't say
ghetto.
that.
Well, we're drinking out of Steins.
Well, we're not drinking out of Steins. We're recording out of Steins.
We're recording out of Steins.
Yeah, it's good. But anyway, so basically what you can expect from this podcast is it's going to be a little bit naughty. We are not trying to fill anybody's slot.
Or boots.
Or boots, thank you very much. Probably a much more apt word. But we are going to have some fun. We're going to get a little bit loose. If you see us running around at any of the tournaments, come up, say hi.
Events.
Thank you. I need to get in. I know that I'm...
Can I just butt in there real
Please
quick?
do.
I was teaching a Year 2 class yesterday, and I had a little student come up to me and say,
They're not called tournaments. They're called events now. Is that what she said?
correct? No. I wish he did. I wish he did. No, he
so
said,
good.
do you remember me from Little Wars?
No way.
It's a small world.
Grade 2.
Wow.
It's a small world.
Small person. Grade 2.
You bet.
Little-
Grade 2.
Wow.
Little person at Little Wars. I
Yeah,
love it.
That's rad.
All right.
So, you're gonna see us.
You are. You
We're
are
gonna
gonna
be
see
at
us
every
right
event.
now.
Running
Now,
around like
I'm
idiots.
gonna put it out there right now. On the Bacon Burgers, you will not hear taking it to the streets. And I know, like right now, the masses are heaving. They're not happy, Garrett.
There's an
But
outrage.
instead, there is an outrage. I imagine there's a flood of angry emails that is going to be hitting the Bacon Burgers inbox post haste. We are going to replace it with
Tell him, Tris.
Bacon Burgers drive-through.
Oh.
Okay.
Love it.
Give
Do
Rob,
you love that?
Rob's
I
not
do love
sold, but I think it's good.
I think it's awesome.
All right.
Welcome to the drive-thru. Can we take your order, please?
Yeah. Okay.
You want onion rings with
I'm
them
not.
shits?
I'm not impressed.
He's
I
not-
don't care if you're not
Rob's
impressed.
not on board, but
I'm
hey.
not on board. But look,
What's wrong with the drive-through?
No, it's okay.
It's
look,
okay.
I didn't come up with anything.
No,
so,
you didn't.
So therefore, I got to accept it. You know.
Yeah, you do.
So,
Anyway, moving
Alright.
on. We'll get there, kids.
Moving on.
We'll get
I think
there.
that counts as an introduction. Though we've kind of covered all our bases there. So
Yeah.
I mean, new podcast. What are we going to be talking about, though,
Yeah,
Tristan? Like
what's
what's the MO? What are we going to be doing
Windy walks on the beach. That's all we're talking
Oh,
about.
come on, Tris.
with
Okay.
with these microphones?
These microphones.
You-
Just the three of us.
I
Yeah.
don't-
Just the waves gently breaking against the shore.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so what we're trying to do with this, we're not trying to, we are going to do it.
Let's
That's how we
talk
do it.
some bolt action.
We're going to talk bolt action.
Mm.
We love this. A little bit of background on each of us.
Yeah.
Garrett has been wargaming forever.
No, well,
Gotcha.
let's start with you, Tris. So, what's your background in wargaming? And
I have been playing bolt action for around about a year. In that time, I've collected 2 armies. I've been to about 8 events, 2 of them interstate, and I've had a heck of a lot of fun. I've met some amazing people, and I've enjoyed the living shit out of myself.
And before this, your big thing was Space Crusade, the Ultimate Encounter, a
Oh, yeah.
Milton Bradley game.
Love it. That was that. That
Back
was
from the, what, 90s?
Showing his age there.
Year 9 or year 10. Yeah. Well, I'm
that
the
what you
oldest.
tell them?
I am the oldest
Think you-
person on this cast. Having said that, I'm not as old as Brad. Brad was around for the American Civil War.
I think he met Lincoln.
shook his
He
hand.
shot Lincoln.
I think it was Booth, wasn't it?
It was
Brad Booth.
James Wilkes Morin. That's sort of one of his ancestors, or he's like a Highlander.
Do you know he'd look great with that Lincoln beard?
He would
Brad
make
would just eat.
he'd make a convincing Lincoln, I think.
I reckon he would. He'd be like 4-7 dice bags ago.
Yeah.
So
Bloody Brad.
that was it, really. You've done bolt action, and that's your war game.
That's it. I had a passing interest in GW as a kid,
Sure.
but unfortunately it was prohibitively expensive for somebody like myself, who
back
you know
then.
I was just interested in different things. So you know it took me a while. Eventually Garrett said, you know, I'm getting into this new game, and I said, what is it? And he said, oh, well, it's like Warhammer 40k, but it's called World War II.
You've got a hard on for 101st, so
I
jump
do.
on board.
I do. And that was, yeah. And we'll get into the whole 101st first thing later because that's something we're going to touch on. But
Did you say 101st?
101st.
I got a thirst.
I've got a thirst.
That sounds like a beer brand. We can
The
make that.
101st.
Yeah.
That's your
a
next
good one.
homebrew,
And it would
Garrett.
have the yellow and black
Yeah.
emblem.
That's right. An eagle
like it.
drinking a huge yard of ale. It's sort of. Anyway, Garrett, what about yourself? So
You need
what's
to take this.
Oh,
You need to
me.
take this bottle off of me
What's,
because I nearly pushed. I'm gonna. You know what? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna neck this beer.
You want me to
Okay.
go? You want me to do my
Yeah.
thing?
So what's your background? What's your interests? And talk about what brought you to bolt action.
Oh my god. All right. Background. We're
Yeah.
going back 20 years now.
Are we?
Yeah, grade 5.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine brought a Games Workshop magazine
Yeah.
called White Dwarf. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have. Yeah.
To-
I
to
didn't live
school.
under a rock.
I did.
Well,
We did,
yeah,
actually.
as
Yeah, we
war
did.
gamers kind of did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was it. I was hooked.
Yeah.
You know, a realm of fantasy with figures,
Was it-
battles.
Dwarves that got you in.
Dude, I was a wood elf player.
Yeah.
You're what?
I was a wood elf.
A wood elf
A
kind of
wood
guy.
elf.
That surprises me. I honestly thought you'd be a dwarf kind of man
Well, that came later.
because you like hard drinking.
I'm short, bearded, and a bit angry.
Yeah,
But
you
the
are
thing
very
is,
angry.
you actually play like a lot of game systems, and you don't
Yeah,
just sort of
yeah, for
you're a bit of an
sure.
eclectic when it
You
comes
bet.
to.
I mean, Flames 40k. I love my board games, as you can see up there. I've got
Mm.
everything
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
Zombicide to Firefly, Space Hulk, Space Crusade,
Yeah.
and Hero Quest. I'm a big gamer.
Mm.
Love it. Doesn't matter what form, what media, what medium.
Mm.
Just love to game. So what brought me over here was after Flames, a couple of friends kind of moved away, and one friend in particular,
Who?
Polish Lancer, Josh Hoy,
He doesn't exist.
the man.
He's a myth. He doesn't exist. He exists solely so you know, like when
I've
we
got
were
a
first
link.
starting up. No, not that you have a link. It's just that you don't want me to think that there's anything more terrifying out there than you.
He is. He
And it's
is.
just like, yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like
He's my
it's
mentor.
you. Yeah, you've built him up. It's just like, oh my god, no! If you ever get in the same room as him, he'll literally like skin you alive with a crowd shoots and like
Not even.
not even
He just needs like an elf spearman, and that's
an elf,
it.
which is one elf spearman
And
against
you're
my
dead.
1,000 point.
You're dead.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gone.
it. He just maneuvers that shit. Screw that guy. He doesn't exist. Until I shake him by the hand, he doesn't exist. Josh, if you're listening, I love you, but you don't exist.
Mop the floor with you, mate. Anyway, and yeah, I love a bit of bolt action right now, but I don't know, I'm struggling.
Mm.
I'm struggling because I need a new army.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You got something in a tight ass and just go and buy a new army instead of
Yeah.
just
I don't.
read.
I don't roll like that, man. I'll go through trash bins. I'll scavenge. I'll beg, borrow, steal.
This is what I'm
do what I
scared.
do. 3D prints.
Garrett, Rob, and myself are actually planning a 2017 European World Tour, European Continental Tour.
Mm.
I'm scared of taking you to Nottingham because I'm reasonably certain that if we get you anywhere near that place, to the to the Warlord
He'll be in the
games,
skip.
He'll be in the skip. He'll be
He'll
like
be in the
rooting
skip.
around
You bet.
trying to find old sprues.
I'll be dump diving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll sort of be like, "Are you okay back here?" Like, yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
alright."
Yeah,
Just fill in my boots.
just keep going with the tour, guys. I'll catch up with you later.
You know, they're just empty sprues in there. There's
Yeah.
nothing to.
Yeah.
No,
I'll,
it's
I'll
fine,
melt
mate.
it down.
Melt
Make
it
something new.
We'll sue you. That's good. That's really
Yeah,
good.
love my gaming.
Um,
Rob, let's hear it.
Yeah, so I probably have the least amount of experience from everybody here.
I
but-
disagree.
Well, I have other experience. Like I've played a lot of tabletop RPGs, so Dungeons and Dragons 3, 3.5, 4, Pathfinder, and then I did have a little foray into 40k Dark Angels when I was.
So you kind of got to second base with Wargaming.
I did, yeah, tentatively second base.
Right,
I'd say
you're a bit
that.
timid about the whole thing.
Yeah, that's right. I sort of, technicality, but I didn't really sort of immerse myself in it, and for the same reasons as Tristan, as being in high school, and I was in a band at the time. All my
What
money
was-
was
what was
going
the-
onto amps
What
and
was-
guitars.
What was
his
the name of
band
that
name?
band? What was the name?
It was
of it?
called,
What-
A Fallen Theory.
A Fallen Theory?
Yeah, that's right.
Very
Emo
metal.
band, was
Yeah,
it?
That was good.
No, it wasn't emo. It was metal, but it was
It wasn't metal when I came along.
Well, it
by the
wasn't.
time I left,
It was an
metal.
evolution. Yeah, it was an
An
evolution.
evolution.
Kind of like
You're jamming out in Michael Threadwell's front room,
That's correct. Yeah.
thrashing. The
No
crap
need
out
to
of it.
make these weird references that only me and you will ever understand.
I'm not even getting these
But
folks.
the point was that I just wargaming just wasn't.
No,
I
no.
I only had so many hobbies that I could afford, and simply wargaming was sort of pushed to one side. Unfortunately,
I have friends that were into it. I have friends like Evan and Shannon,
Yeah.
two of my mates. They were really, really into it.
Mm.
And yeah, it was like, I mean, I really wanted to do it, but yeah, it was just the price tag was too big.
Yeah. So now that I'm working and obviously I've got an income, I can actually afford the hobby, and thank God, because it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely,
It's a really,
absolutely.
really good hobby. Bolt action especially. I mean, obviously I've played a bit of Warhammer and I've sort of seen other game systems out there, but bolt action for its simplicity